Hello Internet Land, and welcome to another knife review. I am Jason Diaz, and I will be reviewing the Cold Steel 6. It's a 6-inch folder, or 6-inch blade folder, manufactured by Cold Steel. The company itself was founded in 1980 and is headed out of Ventura, California. The manufacturing is all done in Taiwan. This particular knife was made out of Oz 8 stainless steel, where the original Ti-Lite series, the handles were bead-blasted titanium, hence the Ti in the name. This particular Ti-Lite is a Zytel molded handle. It's 43% glass-filled molded Zytel. The handle design there. And the back on it is a solid piece of Zytel in the spine, held in place by the holding bolts, the spacer bolts. It has full-size steel liners. They go all the way front to back. Very nice, very well built there. The liner lock itself is nice because it's spring steel, it's solid, and they bent it over in an L shape that goes almost the full thickness of the blade. So that definitely makes it convenient because it locks up nice and solid. You don't have to worry about it folding in on you. Before we get any further in, I want to give a shout out to Skullgrim for his rant on razor sharp knives, because it bothers me when people say razor sharp instead of shaving sharp, because I run a side business for sharpening. Yes, there are differences between shaving sharp and razor sharp. I know people will argue with me on that. That's a argument and rant for another day. We'll get to the points as to why there is differences in those two. But as I say, that's another day. Right now, we're talking about this guy. But thanks to Skullgrim for that. It was great. And if you guys haven't seen his channel, check it out. All that aside, this knife came to me shaving sharp. It's held a very good edge. I've had to touch it up about 4 or 5 times now. Of course, I have had it for 2 years, so with time and use, that's kind of to be expected. The blade's good quality. It's a 6-inch long Oz 8. Holds a very good edge, sturdy for the length, and decent thickness. Not huge, but decently thick. It's got the thumb stud. And it also has the pocket catch. So if it's sitting in your pocket like that, and it goes to pull out, it just pops that blade right out as it comes out of your pocket. So it's got the pocket rip, the thumb stud, and once you get used to it, it's long enough you can just wrist flick it comfortably and not have any problems. So, you know, those are the options you have with it to open it if you so choose. The pocket clip's sturdy, it's held up well, and it does good. It started to come loose on me, so I actually pulled it off. I need to put it back on and put a little bit of Loctite to it so it won't come loose. The pivot screws held very well. I've taken them apart and cleaned it about 4 or 5 times now in the last 2 years. And it's always held well when I put it back together. The spacers in between the liners and the blade are made of brass washers on either side of the blade. The only complaint that I really have is the venting on the handle here tends to collect a lot of dust and lint, so you gotta clean it regularly a lot. Collects it all the time, and a lot of it. The liner does tend to oxidize if you're in a humid or moist, wet environment, so on occasion you have to take a soft dish pad or scrubber and just lightly rub the surface rust off. Other than that, so far it's been great. The balance point on this obviously a folder you're not going to throw or anything, but it's nice to know the balance. It's right there behind that second vent hole, and it's just great. The way that it's set up, it handles well in the hand. It'll drop spin right in if you want to change grips for some reason. Cold Steel obviously advertises it as a self-defense tool because of the fact that it's a stiletto, and that is an awesome design. I love the Italian stilettos. Handsome devils, beautiful. It will not work for anyone who does not like large knives. If you don't like a large folder, this isn't really going to cut it for you, because, let's be honest, it goes from my elbow to the middle of my palm. It's kind of lengthy. And they do, but good news for those of you who don't like large folders, they make a 4-inch model in both the titanium handle and the molded Zytel in 2 different price ranges. They're great folders. They're really nice, handsome stiletto, great gentleman's folder design. And honestly, with the length on this one, you know, it's definitely got the intimidation factor to it, and it's definitely usable. Like I said, I've carried it and used it for 2 years now, and it's just great. I love it dearly. It's a good knife. It's been solid and trusty to me. That's my take on it so far. The Ti-Lite 6-inch, manufactured by Cold Steel. And I really hope it helped you, whether you like it or not. If you don't like big folders, you're not going to like it. If you do like them, you're probably going to love it. And if you like stilettos, you're definitely going to like it. Well, that's pretty much it. I hope that helped. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up the video if you liked it. And, you know, hey, subscribe to the channel. I plan on doing a lot more of these, as well as other gear reviews and just general informational videos. Thanks to everybody, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you a lot.